Dun dun. Dun dun dun. All right, enough of that Rocky theme song. Thank you very much, Rocky theme song. Today we are back with another Adcc Day 2 stream. My name's Jacob Bernardi. This is Generally Jiu Jitsu, coming to you live on Day 2. All right. Pulling it up now to see what's going on. They are doing the intros again. Started yesterday with very long intros. Every single one of the 116 competitors got introduced yesterday. Now they're going over highlights from yesterday. All right, so let's talk about what happened yesterday. Yesterday was a wild day. Let me get back to the YouTube. So, yeah, what's up, MacTube? Yeah, yesterday was crazy. I got some notes on what happened yesterday. How about PJ Barch and JT Torres? That was insane. I saw his takedown straight into side control from PJ Barch. First person to ever score on JT Torres. And JT Torres couldn't really do anything about it at that point. PJ Barch played a good game after that. And that was just very tactically it was perfect for PJ Barch tactically. Another one was Mika Galvão for me. Mika Galvão submitting Renato Canuto. Oh, yeah, Mika Galvão submitting Renato Canuto. For me was wild. Mika got a nasty heel hook too, but Renato escaped right out of the heel hook, and then Renato goes for a knee cut, and Mika just arm bars him immediately. I rewatched the Ty Rotullo match with Lachlan Giles. Very similar to that. Lachlan Giles was putting his hands up, doing his guard retention so much, and being a little too lackadaisical, extending his arms out. So he got armbarred. He got armbarred really quick, and you could tell it wasn't a straight down armbar. It was one to the side. So Cade Rotullo was about to break Lachlan's arm. And then Cade Rotullo again with Jimenez with a heel hook. That was a great match. I watched that one. Big matches yesterday, like Cole Abate and Fabricio Andre. I think we all watched that together here, but that was a wild fight. Yeah, what's up, San Diego? Back at it today. How about Wagner Rocha? You know, give it up for Wagner Rocha. Really, still sticking in. Who thought Wagner Rocha would make it this far? I didn't. I kind of counted him out in the first match. I didn't see Cade with the axe kick. It must have went right over my head. His legs are just flying around like crazy, so I would believe that it happened. I think someone like tried to jump into a flying triangle. That's probably when it happened. I saw that match yesterday. I don't know if that was Cade's match or not. But man, wild matches yesterday. Wild matches. Roosevelt Souza defeating Hassam Rita and getting the match against Gordon. I mean, we all would have loved to see Hassam Rita versus Gordon, but I feel like Roosevelt Souza was kind of an upset. Definitely wanted to just mention that because that to me was a bit of an upset, but it was good. It was a good match. Anyways, but not the biggest, I guess. There's not really the biggest upset. How about O'Flanagan? O'Flanagan he had a nasty submission against Mason Fowler. That was a big upset, even though they were ranked in their seeding very well. And I use ear quotes when it comes to their seeding because they had Nicholas Marigali ranked at 15. So I don't really know how good the seeding really is when it comes to the tournament. Mostly shocking around one loss is definitely Gary Tonin, Cyborg, and Kolabate. Yes, Cyborg got armbarred very quickly. Gary Tonin got points scored against him in a kind of a sad ending to what we all thought was going to be a pretty good performance. And then Kolabate, he wrestled Fabricio Andre for 15 minutes straight. He just, neither of them scored points. It wasn't enough. Oh, so right now they're taking the stage already. Looks like Flow Grappling is on time today. Felipe Pena and Nicky Rodriguez is going at the same time as Gordon and Roosevelt Souza. Of course, these matches are going to be going on at the same exact time. Okay, so we're moving on from the matches of yesterday. We're back on matches of today, and I think Gordon Ryan just got a tap. Gordon Ryan just got a tap on Roosevelt Souza. He dropped down for a straight ankle lock, and he Mikey Musumeci'd him pretty much. Gordon Ryan with the fastest tap ever in ADCC history, probably. Wonder if they're going to play a replay of it. That was a wild start. Gordon Ryan with the tap. He didn't tap, obviously. Roosevelt Souza taps with 13 seconds into the match. Waiting for a replay. Not sure if they're going to play one. I'm going to flip over to mat 3. They got Felipe Pena and Nicky Rodriguez on the mat. Nope, they're not going to play a replay. So we're switching over. Felipe Pena, Nicky Rodriguez, 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in the match. About a minute and a half in. Nicky is trying to pass Felipe's guard. Exactly what we all thought he would be trying to do. He's got a single butterfly hook here. And he's trying to go for a little bit of a shoulder crunch. Gordon style. Felipe's been watching Gordon. I think someone said that in the comments yesterday. But Felipe just sitting, playing open guard, going from supine to sitting. And Nicky Rod trying to cut angles. Doing this classic guard pass that we've seen all throughout ADCC of an outside standing guard pass that you would see the Rotullo brothers, everybody referencing the Rotullo brothers when you see this style of guard passing. But everybody does it. Definitely everybody does it. Trying to step on a leg, pin the leg to the mat, and cut angles back and forth. Nicky Rodriguez, winner of this fight, will fight Gordon. That will be a good fight. They Nicky Rod goes to his knees and is trying to pass, but nope, just dancing back and forth here. Dancing back and forth. Looks like they just have mat 1 and mat 3 going on right now today. I'm at the 7 minute 5 seconds, 7 minute mark in Felipe Pena, Nicky Rodriguez match. Nicky Rod trying to pass Felipe's guard still. Yeah, I know, they're on time. Wild, MacTube. Yeah, well, Ty kind of got shut down by Josh Hinger. Josh Hinger knew everything that Ty Rutulo was pretty much going to do. That makes sense, San Diego. I didn't see that video, but yeah, Gordon's going to be super fresh. Fucking 13-second match. He just got the tap. These two are going to have a long, drawn-out match, no matter who wins. I'm thinking it's going to be a full either 10 or 15-minute match. Nicky Ryan trying to get to a body lock grip. Felipe Pena not allowing that. Nicky Rod's trying to get to that distinct body lock passing sequence that he has been using. Uses very well. And right now, Felipe Pena is just playing guard. And Nicky Rodriguez looks very intimidated to engage this guard. Very cautious approach from Nicky Rodriguez. We saw him last ADC slicing knee cuts from... We saw him debut the jumping knee cut, where he would knee cut people right into their groin pretty much. Today, he looks to be a little bit more methodical and tactically strategic. Taking his time, going from his feet to his knees, trying to pass the guard of Felipe Pena still. Not moving too fast. 5 minutes into this match. Points are active now. 5 minutes just hit. Nicky Rodriguez can pass Felipe's guard. Oh, he's got a body lock on Felipe Pena. His head is off to the side. He's probably going to want to put his head into the middle to start a pass. Felipe Pena breaks the lock and starts framing on the face and gets some good distance. Pushes him off. And now back to a standing position and just trying to pass. Trying to get back to that body lock. He shoots in, gets double unders. Doesn't fully have a body lock. Felipe Pena trying to get that arm crunch, shoulder crunch, grip. Looks like he's trying to get a similar sweep as to what Gordon did to Buchecha, from what it looks like to me. 4 minutes left in the match. Three minutes and 55 seconds left in the match, MacTube. On Felipe Pena, Nicky Rodriguez. Might be a little bit behind because I'm doing the stream and I'm streaming this through the internet. So I think there's a lag. It kind of adds up on each other because there's a lag on the stream as well. It's just how it is. It's how YouTube is. Nicky Rod getting a good pass right into side control. Nicky Rod got a good body lock grip and is passed into side control, and he's got 3 points on Felipe Pena now. And holding Felipe Pena down very well. Nicky Rodriguez not allowing any space. Felipe Pena getting some space now. Oh, and Nicky Rodriguez disengages, gets up, back to neutral, and it looks like they're going to wrestle from here. Nicky Rodriguez is up 3 points. There's 3 minutes left in this match, and they just started wrestling. Now, if they stay here, I think Nicky Rod's tactics are better, and his wrestling is better than Felipe Pena, and he's going to hold out on this 3-0 lead. Nicky Rod might face Gordon Ryan in the finals match. That would mean Felipe Pena and Roosevelt Souza for a third place match. But anything can happen here at ADCC 2022 in Las Vegas. They high stakes here. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Nicky Rod still up by 3. They're both standing, wrestling, collar ties, fighting for collar ties, inside position on the collar tie. Ref stopped. He's going to ask for more action. Give everybody both of them a warning before he gives them a penalty. Heavy collar ties and snap downs going on now. After that, pushing the pace a little bit more. Switch back to the feed, see what you guys are saying. I'm a few seconds ahead. How did Nicky get so good with no coach as a purple? Well, I guess Craig Jones is their coach from here on out. I mean, who else is their coach? Craig Jones, Nicky Ryan? Guess they can claim to be the coach as a B team. I have no idea who the coach as a B team would be. So you got a good point. I mean, he just held Felipe Pena down and side control very well. Very dominantly. Felipe Pena now trying to get in on a single leg. Nicky Rod being way faster than him. Nicky Rod just looks more athletic than Felipe Pena. I'm going to give this one to Nicky Rod already. There's 1 minute left into the match. 0-3. Nothing going on in mat 1. Nicky Rodriguez getting another warning saying to push the action. Felipe Pena not. Not getting a warning as well, I mean. 50 seconds left. Nicky Rodriguez going to shock the world. You know what comment I seen the most that got the most hate is Nicky Rodriguez winning this match and then beating Gordon. Imagine the world where that happened. Jiu Jitsu would be flipped on its head. Oh, Felipe Pena in on a guillotine. Looked serious for a second, but Nicky Rodriguez pops out of it. Now they're back onto their feet. Both of them have a penalty. Okay. Yeah, I was calling those penalties yesterday advantage points, but they're really penalty points. They're -1 points. So that is my mistake. Learned that rewatching some videos. Ref's calling time with 3 seconds left. He wants to restart the clock. Put 6 seconds on the clock because he was not. They would put 10 seconds on the clock because he was not listened to. 11 seconds on the clock, and now they're gonna go, and then 11 seconds are gonna go out. Nicky Ryan and Felipe Pena sticking out a 10-minute barn burner with 4 minutes of wrestling after Nicky Rodriguez pins Felipe Pena in side control. Nicky Rodriguez getting his hand raised right now. 3 points to 0. Felipe Pena lost. Felipe Pena versus Roosevelt Souza in the 3rd place match, consolation match. And Gordon Ryan versus Nicky Rod in the finals. I mean, come on, people. That's a good fight, too. But you know we all wanted to see Gordon Ryan and Felipe Pena again. That was going to be a great match. Is Gordon even prepared for Nicky Rodriguez? I mean, he did say in a video that I saw on Flow that Nicky has a chance tactically of winning, and that's exactly what he did. He tactically got 3 points when it was worth it, expended the energy that he needed, and just took the pass. Great pass by Nicky Rodriguez. Perfect timing. Let's see what the stream's saying. Nicky Rod's game would be perfect warm-up for Andre. Yeah, for Gordon. They have a similar aggressive style. Saw Gordon in the crowd. He was smiling. Oh, yeah. I'm sure both outcomes he's fully prepared. Now we can see what Gordon does after Nicky has trash-talked him so much. Yeah, I mean, I think the whole split up between New Wave and B-Team Jiu-Jitsu was Nicky Ryan and Craig fueled more than anybody. I would think, because those three with the biggest egos in the team. And then Nicky Ryan just following because he doesn't want to be looped with his big brother as much as he always is. Because would Nicky Ryan be anything if he wasn't Gordon's little brother? Who knows? Because he's Gordon's little brother. So we'll never know. Now, Craig Jones and Nicholas Marigali are taking the mat as the same time as Kaynan Duarte and Rafael Lovato Jr. Whew, I got to watch Craig Jones and Marigali on this one. I mean, we're seeing New Wave versus B Team, and we're about to see New Wave versus B Team is in the finals match of the heavyweight division, and we're about to see New Wave versus B Team in the semifinals match of the minus 99 kilogram division. So this is what we want. You know, this is rivalries in Jiu Jitsu. Adds to the competition here. Don't get me wrong, Kaynan Duarte versus Rafael Lovato is probably going to be a great match, but I'm more interested in Craig Jones and Marigali at this point. I mean, Craig Jones submits Marigali. Come on. Come on. He put up a post yesterday saying that no one's going to get in his way of second place. Now, whether he wins first or second, that means he is going to do his best to beat Marigali. And I don't get his fascination with second place, the whole B-team jiu-jitsu thing. I wonder if he will accept second place easily if he makes it into the finals match. You never know. Never know. MacTube said that Nicky Rod hasn't really talked trash. He never mentioned Gordon by name, but he did say we had to remove the poison. Yeah, and who was the poison? It was pretty much the only people that stayed were Oliver Taza, Gordon, and John Donaher. I think Oliver Taza was still there. Had to have been referring to Gordon. Who do I have winning 77 kilogram? I said earlier, if Micah makes it today, he's going to go all the way. I think Micah's going to win. I think Cade Rotullo or PJ Barch is a match to see no matter what. But Dante Leon looking so good out there too. 77 kilogram division is the best in my opinion. Craig Jones and Merrick Alley lining up to take center stage right now. I'm a little bit behind. My preview says they have started already. But my screen says differently. All right, they're coming to the center of the stage now. Craig Jones and Marigali is about to start. And they slap hands, and it's go time. Craig Jones pulls guard immediately. Marigali almost jumps his guard. Craig Jones into what looks like 50-50 style leg lock. They are picking up the pace here, people. Craig Jones taking guard position. Marigali trying to jump over his guard. Craig Jones trying to get into a false reap. Oh, almost gets. He is in the false reap position now. Into the cross Ashi honey hole. Can he get a leg? Nicholas Marigali spins right out of it. And now Nicholas Marigali is on bottom with Craig Jones trying to pass. Heavy hip pressure. Can Marigali play the no-gi guard as well as Craig Jones? We will see right now. Marigali trying to tie up Craig Jones in a single leg X position and moves over to an X guard of another kind. And Craig Jones takes a leg. And now they're both sitting on their butt trying to pretty much footlock each other. Marigali gets up. Craig Jones satisfied with staying on the ground. And it looks like Craig Jones is trying to get back into a false reap position, but Marigali's being heavy on his hips, not allowing that. Craig Jones playing guard, and Marigali trying to pass at the moment. Marigali trying to go to Craig's left side, Marigali's right side. And Craig wrapping up the left leg of Marigali, and then Marigali spinning right out of it, coming right back, trying to pass Craig's half guard. Craig in his famous Z guard now, dives for Kimura, and Marigali's privy to it. Marigali just doing a bit of a smash pass now with the underhook and a crossface. Abandons it for whatever reason. switches position, doing a little bit more of an outside passing while remaining his head heavy down. Oh, he gets caught in a trap triangle position here. The posture's out of it, and Craig Jones stands right back up. Woo! This is a high-pace match. The crowd is loud right now for this. Now they're wrestling again. Right back up, and now they're wrestling. 7.5 minutes left in this match. And they got the pace is high. Let's put it that way. Canyon Duarte and Rafael Lovato Jr. is going on mat number 1. 3 minutes into this match. Craig Jones, Marigali wrestling, fighting for inside collar tie position at the moment. Marigali said he beat Craig in 3 minutes. He's already failed that one. 3 minutes and 20 seconds in, Marigali has not even gotten a position on Craig Jones. Craig Jones wrapping up a leg lock or two of his own and making Marigali spin out of danger. But Marigali not threatening too much of his own offense yet. All right. The wrestling kind of off to the side of the mat. They're going to probably be reset soon. Yep, they walk into the middle of the mat voluntarily. 4 minutes into this match. 6-minute mark just passed, and they are wrestling. Wondering who's going to sit to guard before the 5-minute mark. What if Marigali sat to guard before 5 minutes? I think Craig Jones tactically would be smarter if Craig sat to guard. Now they're both getting a warning to pick up the pace a little bit because they are just fighting for inside collar tie position still. In ADCC rule set, you must abandon the position if it doesn't work multiple times. Marigali sits. 5.5 minutes left in the match. Marigali sits to guard. Craig Jones looking like he knows exactly how to pass this guard and just going very slow with heavy pressure. I know how that feels. That is a very aggravating thing to try to deal with. He is not moving too well. Craig Jones is not moving too much. He's just being very heavy and stifling all the movements of Marigali. Marigali is pummeling his legs inside for positioning. And he gets this X guard entanglement with his feet for a second. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left, so points are active. If he gets a sweep, Craig Jones on his butt, he will get points. If Craig Jones sat back for a leg lock and then sat to guard, he would be okay. That's how an ADCC rule set is. Submission hunting almost forgives you of all points. All right, so Craig Jones gets locked up in the closed guard of Marigali. Marigali now using his closed guard. And you can't be in your closed guard for too long because the ref will tell you to move on from that position. So let's see what's going on with Marigali going to close guard, trying to extend the arms of Craig Jones, and looks like he's trying to get to Craig's back, but Craig being very privy to it, not allowing anything. Marigali fishes under the leg for a second, but doesn't go anywhere with it. Back to close guard, and Craig postures right out of it. Marigali is pummeling his legs in for another single leg X style guard, going for a straight leg lock, but Craig not allowing that. Now they're just scrambling, trying to pass the guard. Marigali trying to sweep Craig. Craig not allowing that. His base is too good for just an easy sweep, it looks like. Marigali not setting anything up too much, just being throwing some techniques into the wind here from what it looks like. Craig Jones just stifling everything, maybe looking to tire Marigali out and then pick up his pace in the overtime, possibly. Craig Jones, I mean, both of them are looking tired, but Craig Jones just looks like he's not exhuming as much energy as Marigali is. Marigali still playing in this closed guard, but being very active, looking for off-balancing and limb isolation, so he's not going to get called for a stalling position. The refs are okay with him being in here as long as he is active in his closed guard. Craig Jones, hands into the armpits, pushing back, trying to stand up. Marigali getting a foot extended from Craig Jones. Will he sit into a leg lock against Craig Jones? I don't think that'd be a smart move from Marigali, so he locks his closed guard back up, gives the foot back to Craig Jones, and Craig knew he was pretty much safe there. And Marigali knew he was too, probably. So Marigali trying to make anything happen out of his closed guard, fails and comes up on a single leg. Craig Jones hopping around with Marigali having a single leg in between his legs, chasing the back to neutral. Craig Jones scrambles out of it. 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the match. Craig Jones, Nicholas Marigali, 0-0. No penalties. And they are wrestling. Back to wrestling, standing up, collar tie, fighting for inside position. 50 seconds left. Yo-ho. Marigali going for a foot sweep from the other state over. Missing by a mile. 40 seconds left. I don't think these two are going to get points in 30 seconds here. It's definitely going to be an overtime match. Kanyan Duarte and Rafael Lovato going into overtime, along with Craig Jones and Nicholas Marigali going into overtimes. This is a minus 99 kilogram division. You're seeing both semifinal matches. You're hearing both semifinal matches live as they both go into overtime. 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to be in overtime now. Craig Jones, Nicholas Marigali, 99 kilogram division. And they're going to start, and they're going to keep on wrestling. Heavy collar tie and fighting for inside positioning now. All right, they are still wrestling here. And their pace, they're picking up the pace a lot, it seems like. They ran off the mat, so they're going to reset back to the middle here. Kanyan Duarte and Rafael Lovato is 0-0 with 4.5 minutes left into overtime. And this match is 4.5 minutes left into overtime. They are literally on the same exact time. They're on the same timestamp doing the same style match right now. And yes, I am switching between not 3 screens, but 2, because mat 1 and mat 3 are the only active mats, at least on my stream. So Craig Jones and Nicholas Marigali are still fighting for the inside head position. Those collar ties can get very, very strenuous on your lower back here because they are tied up. Different from the Kanyan Duarte Rafael Lovato fight where they are tying up only for a little bit and breaking apart. back to a neutral stance a lot more. Craig Jones and Marigali, 4 minutes and 10 seconds left into their match, and it looks the same. I'm very surprised they have not gotten another warning yet, because they are not pushing the pace into a different position. These matches are wild today, huh? I mean, we got some really amazing matches. Wagner Rocha versus Lucas Barbosa. I mean, who's not excited for that? That's going to be coming up one of the next fights. Craig Jones, Nicholas Marigali. Nicholas Marigali with the underhooks, but doesn't get anything with it. Back to neutral positioning. They're off on the side of the mat. Are they going to reset themselves? Yep, they're going to kind of walk themselves back to the middle. 3 minutes, 17 seconds left in the match. And Kaynan Duarte, Rafael Lovato is another wrestling match, pretty much. Both of these matches are the same style. They're at the same time mark. And Rafael Lovato, Kaynan Duarte, the only difference is that they're shirtless and the other guys have rash guards on. So, I don't know what to tell you. My screen froze. Ah! What the heck? What just happened? I got Kaynan Duarte, Rafael Lovato, but my Craig Jones screen just went black. Don't know what happened to the... There we go. It's on flow zone. Okay. Craig Jones gets Nicholas Marigali's back, but he turtles, Granby rolls, and back to neutral. Very high action right as I tuned into the stream, because my previous stream went down. Gonna see what's going on with that page, but right now I got Craig Jones and Nicholas Marigali live. At 1 minute and 10 seconds left into their overtime round. Will this go to judge's decision? Will this go to judge's decision, or will one of them score a takedown? Will a takedown really prove who wins this fight? Is that how it's going to be? 50 seconds left. Craig Jones, Nicholas Marigali, and both of them very sweaty. Nicholas Marigali diving in on a single leg, but Craig Jones ripping right out of it and respecting it. He nods to it. They slap fists and go back to the action. 30 seconds left in the match. Nicholas Marigali looking very tired right now. I wouldn't know who wins this. Honestly, who's been more active? Nicholas Marigali got the last decision, and some people are upset with that decision against Jean-G Riviero. Nicholas Marigali with 2-1. All right, match is over. 10 seconds left in the Kaynan Duarte match. Oh, what's going on here? My mat number 3 is just not really working right. Craig Jones having more submission attempts in the highlight reels might give him the judge's decision. Nicholas Marigali maybe being a little more active in his movements, but Craig Jones with the submission attempts, 2 almost leg locks and a trap triangle, and Craig Jones with a takedown. These highlights favored Craig Jones. These highlights favor Craig Jones very much. Craig Jones gets his hands raised. Craig Jones gets his hand raised to defeat Nicholas Marigali. So Kaynan Duarte gets the win against Rafael Lovato Jr., and Rafael Lovato Jr. will fight Marigali for third place. Interesting how that worked out. It was a judge's decision. Kaynan Duarte gets his hand raised against Rafael Lovato Jr. It will be the 1 seed and the 3 seed going into the final. Kaynan Duarte and Craig Jones. How about Atos, everybody? Atos is putting on a show. Atos and Fight Sports, they still got some people in here. Well, I guess Roosevelt Souza lost, so that was one of the Fight Sports people I was thinking of. So both mats have no action right now. Lights are going wild. They don't know what's going on right now. But it looks like they're going to have our boy Hyogen O'Flanagan versus Giancarlo Bodoni. Giancarlo Bodoni submitting Mateus Denise. Now, how about that? Giancarlo Bodoni and O'Flanagan. That is a number 9 seed and a number 12 seed in the semifinals. Now, that's a good bracket. There's some upsets in the 88-kilogram bracket there. And then Lucas Barbosa versus Wagner Rocha. Rocha. Not sure. I'm sure these 2 fights are coming up next, but they are not on yet. There's just a bunch of lights. It looks like a disco over on Adcc. The crowd is loud over there. But I bet the energy there is wild. Let's see what the comments are saying here. You missed Craig Jones' takedown attempt. Yeah, no, I just saw the ending of Craig Jones' takedown attempt. He got the double leg, and then Marigali turtled. That was probably one of the main reasons. That and the submission attempts that he gets the win. I agree with him. I agree with that win, that he should get that win. Yeah, I could watch them both at the same time, but it takes away from the one I'm watching at that time. Shows how much jiu-jitsu fighters need to train their wrestling and judo takedowns. Yes, the use of the opponent moving forward and backwards needs to be utilized a little bit more. With judo takedowns, that would, in my opinion. John Denver trained both of these guys. Yeah, John Donaher had trained Craig Jones in the past and now currently trains Marigali. So that might have been an advantage. Craig Jones for sure. B-Team has 2 in the finals. Yep. B-Team definitely having 2 in the finals. And is there even possible for another team to have 2 in the finals at this point? Atos could have 2 in the finals. But O'Flanagan tapped out Mason Fowler. Yeah, I know. It was amazing. Amazing match with O'Flanagan and Fowler. Only English commentary you can find. Yeah, man. This or Flow Grappling, I guess. Thanks for listening. So right now they're going to have Giancarlo Bodoni take the stage against Hyogen O'Flanagan. They have not started. They have not even taken the stage yet. So mat number 3, you're going to see Hulk versus Rocha. Wagner. I guess I'm just going to say Wagner. Lucas Barbosa versus Wagner. I think this is going to be another match compared to the ones we just saw. It's going to be wrestling, heavy collar ties, probably into the overtime. I'm going to watch Giancarlo Bodoni and O'Flanagan start. They just slapped hands. The ref's talking to them, and they will proceed. Sorry. Ref's still talking to them, I guess, going over the rules again. And Giancarlo Bodoni is in top position. O'Flanagan takes guard immediately, tries to get into a false reap, but Bodoni not allowing that. Bodoni now trying to cut angles back and forth with an outside passing style, standing up. And O'Flanagan trying to get back into that false reap, inverting with the false reap position, but doesn't have his top leg in the right spot. He's got his bottom leg in the right spot, but Bodoni doing a great job negating that top hook from getting in there. That real the leg that you really call the reap leg. He's got control of that left leg of O'Flanagan. O'Flanagan trying to get his guard back, and Bodoni just cutting angles back and forth to try to pass it. Trying to get into a inversion. O'Flanagan's now north-south, looking a lot like Lachlan Giles was against Cade Rotullo. And Bodoni getting inside hand positioning. Might be a detriment because it looks like O'Flanagan's trying to wrap up an arm. Bodoni pulls out his arm very easily, but his leg was still in there. Now O'Flanagan's in a leg position that is looking very dangerous. Bodoni might be in some trouble here, but kind of gets his knee out. Okay, so he's good. He's safe. His knee line is clear. And O'Flanagan's really hunting for a leg submission here. The pace is a great pace. Switching over to Barbosa and Wagner Rocha, you have Wagner in closed guard. You have Lucas Barbosa in Wagner's closed guard. And Wagner doing very well, controlling posture, smashing Lucas's head down, but not doing too much to try to cut angles or off balance. Lucas Barbosa sitting back, trying to break open the closed guard of Wagner. And a very slow match here. Looks like they're both playing very methodical. They both look still dry at this moment, so harder to slip out of things. Sorry, texting. Wagner Rocha getting up, trying to wrestle up, but Barbosa not allowing it, keeping him down on his guard. And Barbosa is going to try to pass the guard. What happened on mat 1? I completely missed what happened. Oh, my goodness. O'Flanagan must have got the leg lock. O'Flanagan get the leg lock? We might see a replay on it. I'm sticking on this stream. I'm going to tell you what just happened in the O'Flanagan match against Giancarlo Bodoni. Yeah, so Giancarlo Bodoni gets an Estima lock. Oh, okay. Giancarlo Bodoni leaving his leg out in the open gets leg locked himself. Or O'Flanagan, O'Flanagan leaving his leg out in the open gets leg locked by Giancarlo Bodoni. Giancarlo Bodoni now in the finals against the winner of Barbosa versus Wagner. That match is still going on. Giancarlo Bodoni is a new wave. So New Wave now has 2 people in the finals. B Team with 2 people in the finals. Atos with 1. Let's see if Atos can get 1 more person in the finals. Then we'll have 3 teams that will have 2 people in the finals. It's a win-win. Oh, well, not against each other. Not a win-win. But possibility for double, triple medals. Double medals for a team. Barbosa trying to pass the guard of Wagner Rocha. There's 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in this match. Five minutes and 10 seconds left in this match, and Wagner Rocha having a open guard style, trying to get a shoulder crunch grip against Barbosa at the moment. Barbosa looking very athletic here. Barbosa is a big competitor for the 88 kilogram division, in my opinion. I mean, 88 kilograms. When I think about 88 kilograms, okay, so it's 194 pounds. And yeah, he looks easy 210 pounds. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. He doesn't look far off from Gordon. Gordon looking 225 pounds. But the difference between 88 and 99 is not much. 194 to 218. 99 kilograms, 218 pounds. So you still have the same thing. I'm kind of talking about something else because you got the same thing going on. Wagner Rocha just closing up the guard around Barbosa. Barbosa in the closed guard of Wagner Rocha. Wagner Rocha opting for a body triangle closed guard. They're going to reset back to the middle. And, man, are they moving slow. That was a very slow roll for both of them back to middle. They are tired. They are very tired right now. Nicky Ryan cut a lot of weight to get down to his weight class, and we think that he gassed out early, and he got his back taken just like right at the end. Kind of like how Gary Tonin went. Mika beat the Hulk. Not Barbosa. Mika and Barbosa didn't go together. What happened to Craig Jones versus Marigali fight? Decision. Craig Jones won by decision against Marigali. So going back to the stream here, you got Wagner Rocha just trying to make anything happen with his half guard, and Barbosa trying to pass his half guard. They are in the points part of the match now. There's 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the match. And Barbosa going for a pass and getting the pass. Wagner goes to turtle. And will Lucas Barbosa get points for the pass? I am not sure. But Wagner Rocha has turned his back. And Lucas Barbosa, having one hook in already, is doing a cross-body ride that we've seen Gordon and others use before to try to spin over. Oh, just exact kind of half Nelson grip that we've seen Gordon and other people utilize in Gordon's instructionals to try to flip over Wagner Rocha. Wagner Rocha being very strong and not allowing it at all. Trying to use gravity, and Lucas Barbosa following him with this front roll attempt. Try to front roll and shake Barbosa off of his back. Lucas Barbosa almost sneaking that foot in, and he gets it. Oh, but Wagner Rocha didn't allow it for more than a second. Will that count? I don't think it will. But his foot was in. He had the hooks for 1 second. 2 minutes left in this match. And if Barbosa cannot get this hook in, that says a lot for Wagner Rocha's defense. Wagner Rocha is being very defensive right now. Very smart and tactical with his defense. Really controlling the leg that isn't hooked in yet. Barbosa sitting back and using everything he has to force that leg in. Wagner Rocha not allowing it. Proving the old guard still works. Saw a comment that said that yesterday. I like that comment. He is just going to ride out this position until overtime, it looks like. That would be a good strategy. You can't blame the guy. What? My stream just froze. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Technical difficulties apparently on my end or on theirs. Okay, so 1 minute left in the match. They're still in this position where Wagner's being very defensive, very smartly defensive. "40 seconds left into the match, and they're still in this crossbody ride position. Lucas Barbosa falls out of position and falls onto his back. Wagner Rocha taking top position, and Barbosa closing his guard around Rocha. So Wagner's now in Barbosa's guard. He's got 20 seconds to pass his guard. It's still 0-0 with no penalties. Wagner Rocha controlling the head, pulling the head up, almost can opener style. Nasty move. And Barbosa not going to let him pass. It's going to go into overtime. So now they're going to stand up and reset into overtime. And Lucas Barbosa not getting that foot in. Wagner Rocha being very, very defensive. Felipe Pena trying to take his rash guard off now, and protest going on. Oh, that's not Felipe Pena. It looks like him. That's Barbosa. Barbosa was trying to take his rash guard off, and Wagner had none of that. Was not allowing that to happen. They protested, and he put it back down. Okay, so the match started. 20 seconds into overtime. Wagner Rocha and Lucas Barbosa are wrestling it out, seeing who can get the points. Thanks, BB. You're doing all my catch-up work. BB was here. San Diego was here yesterday. If you got any questions, refer to them. Oh, wait, MacTube was too. Oh, MacTube was at work. Yeah, MacTube, if you got any questions that you missed yesterday, BB and San Diego heard it all. They know it all, I'm sure. So Barbosa and Rocha, 4 minutes left in the overtime, still wrestling, fighting for overties, collar ties, and just pulling each other's heads down ferociously. Man, brutal head ties. No, nothing going on mat number 1. It looks like they're doing each division at a time, waiting for both matches to end, and then they start 2 matches at once. So they go out of bounds, and they restart into the middle. Heavy collar ties. Heavy collar ties. And they're wrestling. I mean, the pace is up. The pace is definitely up there, but I feel like they've trained together or something before because they know what each other are going to do. I wouldn't doubt it if they've trained together before. It looks like they both know each other's game exactly. The ref giving a stern warning to Barbosa, it seemed like, or maybe just to both of them, but the ref wanting more action. Now they're still wrestling. I'm sorry. I don't know how else to commentate this. Lucas Barbosa going down for a single leg. Rocha not allowing it. Two and a half minutes into the overtime period. No points, no penalties. Glad you guys are here listening to me rant about the commentary. Yeah, MacTube, Baby Shark against Ashley Williams. Big upset for you, huh? All right, so they're going off to the edge of the mat, and they're going to do a little self-reset. Now Wagner Rocha is looking for a 2-on-1 grip. Barbosa shakes it. A lot of 2-on-1, arm drags, hand ties, but nothing really, no active shots going on here. No real endangerment from either of the person. Okay. We're going to get a warning. Wagner Rocha getting a point against him from what it looked like. I wonder if it pops up on the scoreboard. Maybe he just got a warning and not a penalty. So they're going back to wrestling, and it's still 0-0 with no penalties. It does not look like Wagner got that penalty. Just a stern warning, probably. Now I guess they're both up to stern warnings. Next one might be penalty. 1 minute and 15 seconds left into the match. Lucas Barbosa, Wagner Rocha wrestling it out. Will they leave this up to the judges, or will they get a takedown before this last minute ends? Now finally into the last minute, Lucas Barbosa gets into a deep single leg here. Can he hold on to it? Wagner Rocha wrapping up a deep Kimura attempt and rolling with it. Wagner Rocha on the Kimura grip attempt, and Lucas Barbosa kicks him right in the face. Woo! He's didn't look intentional, did not look intentional, but Barbosa just got a heel right into the face. I saw in the comments that Cade Rotullo spike kicked Lachlan Giles. This was probably a lot like that spike kick. This was a nasty kick. He's going to probably have a black eye from this. Let's see. We're going to see a replay of it, I think. No, they're just going to show replays of the match, it looks like. Okay, you would think they would do the replay of the kick. Oh, here it is, the replay of the kick. So he's got the Kimura. He goes in for a rolling armbar. Oh, and that kind of looked a little intentional. In slow-mo, though, everything looks intentional in slow-mo. In the fast version, it did not look like that, honestly. So, looks like they started again. No. It's playing more replays. Doing the replay again. Lucas Barbosa is still very angry. He got heel kicked in the eye. His eye is swollen shut, it looks like. But he could be over-exaggerating by squinting that eye. Looks like he's squinting as well. Just saw him open that eye. Okay. Looks like he's going to start back. There's only 44 seconds left into the match. Wagner Rocha going for the shot right away. Right off of the fist. Right off of the fist. Wagner Rocha wanting to get those 2 points while the opponent is weakened. Take advantage while you can. I cannot blame him. Wagner Rocha going in for another double. Oh, and he's going to drag him off all the way off to the side of the mat. And Lucas Barbosa turtles, and Wagner Rocha pushes him right into the TV. The scoreboard is in the way right now. Wagner Rocha with one hook in. And Lucas Barbosa almost shimmied out to the side. The refs are going to come over. I think they're going to try to restart them because they are completely off of the mat right now. Right next to the cameramen. And they're going to get up instead of dragging, which is probably the smart move because I think they're on concrete, it looks like. So they're going to go back to the middle and see what kind of goofy restart they can do. Yeah, BB, if this works out a lot, if you guys all want to subscribe to this, I'll do commentary for all the big jiu-jitsu matches. No negative points, probably because it wasn't intentional. It did not look intentional, not to me, probably not to the refs either. Wagner Rocha is really trying to get that foot over, and if he can switch the hips of Lucas Barbosa right now, he will be in a way more successful position to lock that body triangle. But Lucas Barbosa staying heavy on the hip, and that's time. That's time. Will Wagner Rocha's last minute prove to be enough for the judge's decision? It might. That last minute was very dominant. I mean, I know he kicked the guy right in the face, but right afterwards, he got one almost takedown that went out of bounds, and then took Lucas Barbosa down and almost took his back. I mean, that was almost the most action that I saw in this fight the whole time. Who gets the judge's decision? Who gets the judge's decision? I think it's I would hate to be a judge in this position right now, but they're both talking in the center of the mat, waiting to hear what the judge's decision is. Good sportsmanship from the both of them. Here he comes out to raise the hand. Lucas Barbosa gets his hand raised. Wagner Rocha is out. And was that because he got kicked in the face? I don't know. One may never know. They're going to play some highlights from Lucas Barbosa now. Lucas Barbosa getting a takedown before points were even active. So that might have played a big part in it. And, Wagner Rocha having a almost head kick early on into the match that I didn't see. But the replays definitely showed an almost head kick early on into the match, just like he did with 44 seconds left. So he might have been trying to go for the chest, but the head is really close to that. So it's a fine line between kicking someone right in the face and kicking them in the chest. Had his best moment right after kicking him in the face. Yeah, I would too if I just kicked someone in the face. So Giancarlo Bodoni is a new wave. Gordon is new wave. Kenyon Duarte is Atos. Lucas is Atos. Craig Jones is B team. Nicky Rod is B team. We have 3 teams in 3 matches all lined up against each other. I mean, how sick is that? In one match, we have New Wave versus Atos. In another match, we have Atos versus B team. In another match, we have B team versus New Wave. I mean, we're literally seeing everyone go up against each other. Every team go up against each other. Every big team go up against each other in the finals match. I mean, that's going to make for a good finals match. Come on now. I'm excited for that. So they're going to have PJ Barch and Cade Rotullo take center stage on mat number 1. Cade Rotullo coming out right now. All right. Cade Rotullo rocking the Ruka rash guard. Ruka all black rash guard. Couldn't be any more boring of a rash guard because it is just all black and says Ruka all over it. You would think you have some kind of design or colors on that thing, but nope. What's your guys' favorite rash guard? I like the Amazon brands because they're the cheapest. PJ Barch with the cool emblem on his rash guard. How about that? And a black eye. How about that? PJ Barch a little beat up from yesterday, but looking fierce as ever. How about PJ Barch, guys? Oh my goodness, that takedown was amazing. Seeing him beat JT Torres, now that was a ADCC highlight that we will watch over and over and over again when Flow Grappling reposts the crap out of this for the next 2 years. Or at least for the next 6 months from now, and then the 6 months leading up to the next ADCC. So you see all this for a year in total, probably. Ty still looks salty on the bench. Everybody from 10th Planet is freaking cheering PJ on. PJ Barch is the only person left from 10th Planet. Just like Gabby Garcia is the only person left from Alliance. Alliance had a lot of people in the beginning. So Atos actually has that Rafael Guardes. I think that's who's on them. Who's on her team. Yeah, Rafael Guardes. So they could have 3 people in finals matches the way that she's fighting. So PJ Barch and Cade Rotullo almost 30 seconds into their match. 30 seconds exactly into their match now is where I'm at. And they're wrestling. Their pace is very high. PJ Barch with very strong collar ties. Cade Rotullo on a single leg. And PJ Barch spinning out of that as fast as he can. Turning back around and engaging from a neutral standpoint. They are just kind of feeling each other out here. These ADCC guys, there's no points in the first 5 minutes. So competitors kind of come out and they'll feel each other out for a little bit. And that is definitely what this seems like. Cade Rotullo and PJ Barch kind of feeling each other out and seeing what works and what doesn't, and who likes what as in terms of technique. PJ Barch trying to go for a slick knee tap. Takedown. Does not get it. Dante Leon and Michael Galvao take stage of mat number 3. And that one's about a minute ahead of this one. But I am locked in on PJ Barch and Cade Rotullo because I think Michael Galvao is going to beat Dante Leon. And I don't even want to watch it. I don't know who's going to win PJ Barch, Cade Rotullo. This is going to be a barn burner. Cade Rotullo having PJ Barch's leg in a very tight single leg. PJ Barch eventually gets it out after a couple tries, but he does. Resetting into the center of the stage. And resetting. Okay. Now they're back to it. PJ Barch with a black eye. Who knows how beat up he is from yesterday. JT Torres match was intense. Cade Rotullo getting 2 submissions yesterday. Probably feeling on top of the world right now in terms of imposter syndrome. I bet he does not have imposter syndrome anymore, if he ever did. Micah team could have 2 in the finals. Yes, Micah comes from Baja. Does he not, Gracie Baja? Honestly, don't know what team Micah comes from now that I think of it. I think Gracie Baja. I could find out in 2 seconds. Fight sports. You're right. So they're going to reset again to the middle of the mat. It seems like the mat is just not big enough for PJ Barch and Cade Rotullo. They're wrestling, very high-paced wrestling, and great clash of styles. It's like they both have a very similar style. PJ Barch with a nice foot sweep into a front headlock series against the Darce Master himself. Tries to transition to it like a knee tap takedown out when Cade escapes, but he doesn't get it. Now they're going to both be back to standing neutral, hand fighting for the inside collar tie position. Cade Rotullo running off of stage, chasing PJ Barch and running right into a bunch of cameramen to soften the blow for his knees, I'm sure. Probably kneeing someone right in the chest. Resetting back to the middle of the stage. Action continues. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left of the match. PJ Barch versus Cade Rotullo in the 77-kilogram division. Cade Rotullo really looking like he's feeling himself out here. Looking very comfortable. They just keep wrestling. Let's go to Dante Leon versus Michael Galvao for a bit. Michael Galvao trying to pass the guard of Dante Leon, and Dante Leon looking to take the back of Mika Galvao. Points are now active in that match. 5 minutes just got scored on here. So let's see if Dante can get points against Mika. Mika looks like he's having a tough time trying to pass Dante's guard. First time we're seeing what looks like frustration on Mika Galvao's face. Dante Leon looking to wrestle up, fake and off balance, get underneath the hips of Mika Galvao, but Mika does not allow that. Mika Galvao having another taped up wrist today. His hand is completely taped up like Gordon's was last year. There's a lot of tape on his hand and all over his fingers. I wonder what's going on with Micah's hands. Looks like his fingers on both sides are taped up like he's playing a gi tournament, but he's not. And one hand is completely taped up like there's an injury going on with his hand. Mika Galvao looking to smash past his way through Dante Leon. Leon hanging in there in a half guard and not allowing it, looking to get a shoulder crunch grip from half guard into a omoplata, but Mika jumps right out of it. Dante grabs a leg, goes to isolate leg for a leg lock, and Mika sits back. So if Dante Leon were to get up right now, he might get sweet points, but that doesn't look like that's what he's after. Dante Leon tries to come up for a second, but Mika was privy to it, pushes him right back. Mika playing top game now again, trying to pass Dante Leon's half guard. Oh, and he looks like he does a couple of Toriando style passing, but Dante Leon is quick to react, throwing his legs over, leg weaving, his guard retention being showcased today. Let's go back over to Cade Rotullo and PJ Barch. PJ Barch shooting in on a single leg the minute I get on here, wrapping up to the back of Cade Rotullo, and now he has the back of Cade Rotullo standing up with a body lock on his back. Now they reset into the middle. Can PJ Barch jumps on a cross body ride position with one hook in almost immediately, and then Cade Rotullo uses gravity to kind of push him off of that. And now PJ Barch trying to open up his legs to get in, and Cade Rotullo doing very well on the defense for PJ Barch right now. But PJ Barch not allowing Cade to squirm his way out of this back body lock. PJ Barch just following with every Granby roll. Now they're both back to standing. Can PJ Barch get Cade Rotullo down from this position? Switches to what looks like a seatbelt grip. PJ Barch still on top of Cade Rotullo's back. Sneaks a hook in, PJ Barch does, and gets the leg extended for what looks like the Russian suplex knee bar. The Golov, I forget that submission. The something stretch. So PJ Barch getting the back. Oh, he's only got one hook in though. Oh, he almost gets the second hook in. This would be wild. PJ Barch almost taking the back of Cade Rotullo with 2 minutes left in the match. Cade Rotullo really using the mat to wipe him off of his back and gets out. Oh, and then he tries to get up, and PJ Barch wraps up a body lock on the back of Cade Rotullo again. And now they're fighting for position. See who can remain on top. Points are active right now. 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the match. Cade Rotullo getting into an armbar position against PJ Barch. Is he going to get the armbar? PJ Barch. Oh! Dang. Cade Rotullo extending the arm of PJ Barch for a nasty arm lock with 1 minute and 36 seconds left into the match. Dante Leon and Mika Galval are going to go into overtime. Wow. Cade Rotullo with another arm bar submission finish. That was amazing. Now, how about the Rotullo? Cade Rotullo with another armbar finish. Come on, guys. That's some crazy stuff. What do you all think about that? Yeah, Mika's from Fight Sports. You're right. Wow. Cade Rotullo knocking out the 12th seed, PJ Barch. PJ Barch taking out JT Torres. What is going on in this ADCC? All right, so Dante Leon, Mika Galval. Dante Leon is the 3rd seed in the division, but we all want Mika Galval to win. We all expect Mika Galval to win. Would this be an upset if Dante Leon pulled away with the win? Because he is seeded higher. We all do expect Mika Galval to win, though, so it would be an upset. So they're just both in a standing position now. 1 minute into the overtime. Mika Galval with a single leg And Dante Leon kind of turning that against him with a front headlock series. Mika Galvão, what a scramble right now. These two are really pushing the pace. And Dante Leon settles into a closed guard with Mika on top. What a scramble between these two. 4 minutes left in the overtime. And they're going to give Mika Galvão 2 points for that. They're going to call that a takedown. Okay. Mika Galvão did initiate that whole scramble transition, and Dante Leon did end up on his back, so had to have been a takedown. It was considered a takedown. Mika Galvão with 2 points against Dante Leon with 0. Dante Leon has Mika in his closed guard. Mika is postured up, pushing down the knees of Dante Leon. They're both kind of protesting with the ref right now, looking like they're asking a couple questions here. And Dante Leon's remains in bottom position, has his guard closed around Mika. Looks like he's going for this shoulder crunch grip, abandons it, scoops under the leg, abandons it. Mika Galvão stands up. Dante Leon still playing this bottom position, looking like he wants to sweep Mika for his 2 points, tie the game up. Probably wants to get a submission more, now that I think of it. But Mika Galvão just trying to pass the guard of Dante Leon. Dante Leon kind of playing this foot in game of half guard. Now his foot out, looking like he wants to elevate to get to a leg, but Mika does not allow that. 2.5 minutes left in this overtime. Dante Leon looking to off-balance Mika. Mika's base is too strong. Gets right back into home base, what looks like home base for Mika. And Mika with 2 points. Looking like he's going to finish this match with 2 points over Dante Leon. Mika Galvão versus Cade Rotullo in the finish. Come on, people. Would we not be most excited for that? Dante Leon looking to get into what looks like an outside false reap, but Mika Galvão not allowing the position with the top foot. Slipping right out of Dante's grip. Dante standing up. Now they're both going to wrestle again. Can Dante Leon initiate a takedown before this 1.5 minutes is up of overtime? Mika Galvão up 2 points. Dante Leon could tie the game with a takedown. Goes in on a double. Gets Mika Galvão to turtle from the double. He's trying to take Mika Galvão's back. If he can get both hooks in, he'll get 4 points here. He gets 1 hook in. Is he going to take mount? Mika Galvão has his knees inside the hips, but Dante Leon should get 2 points for that. Yep, Dante Leon gets 2 points, and the match is tied again with 2-2. Dante Leon trying to pass the guard of Mika Galvão now. Mika Galvão playing a half closed guard, half butterfly guard with 1 foot out and 1 foot in. They're too close to the edge, so they're going to reset. Dante Leon's got a body lock. Looks like he's going to try to initiate a body lock pass against Mika Galvão to come up with a win. The ref's going to start them with 37 seconds left and go. Dante Leon with a strong body lock on Mika Galvão. Tied match in overtime. Dante Leon passes the guard and he will win. But it is not as easy as you think to pass the guard of Mika Galvão's when there's 13 seconds left in Adcc in a 15-minute match when you both are very sweaty and tired. The ref looking like he's giving them warnings with 6 seconds left for some reason. And the match is going to end there. Dante Leon not getting 2 points for the takedown. The 2 points got taken away from him. His hands are up in protest. What just happened? Turning the commentating on. So it's not a 2 points for Dante Leon. They went back and reviewed the takedown, and apparently he didn't get 2 for that. Huh. So that was Mika Galval's takedown. Was it? No. I don't know what's going on right now in the highlights. They gave it to Mika Galval. Let's just put it that way. That is sad for Dante Leon because he thought that he was winning or had a chance of winning from judge's decision and ended up not winning. That's sad. So 0-2, Mika Galval wins off of points. Okay. Which, that's the match we wanted to see anyways. Mika Galval versus Cade Rotullo, and we will. We will see that. Dante Leon versus PJ Barch for 3rd place. Cade Rotullo versus Mika Galval for 1st and 2nd place. All right, everybody. They are putting on Joshua Cisneros and Diego Reyes on mat number 1 now. We are moving down to the 66 kilogram division. You know what that means. They're going to go back to the heavyweights, and finals are right around the corner. I have no idea how we're going to do this. If they're going to do the 3rd place matches before the 1st and 2nd place matches, but we will figure out together what's going on. Dante robbed again. Yeah, Dante got robbed hard, man. That was a sad one. But yeah, Micah, if it went to a judge's decision, Micah wins that every day. BB. I definitely agree with that. So even if it was 2-2 and it went down to the judge's decision, Mika would have won anyways. But it's just sad to think that you got 2 points and then at the end of it, it gets taken away. It sucks. I've been there. I almost know that feeling. So Cisneros and Reyes are going to take the center stage right now on my screen. They have not started yet. I will let you know when they do. Thanks everybody for watching. If you want me to do these live streams more, just subscribe and give me a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. You'll see these a lot more on the Who's Number 1 events, on all the really big events, I guess, you know. Just a fun thing to do. And there'll be a place for you guys to get into the chat and talk to each other while you're watching it, you know. And I'm not any of those guys who's not going to allow you to say certain things. I don't care what's said in there. Just don't bring any hate to the chat. That's all that's asked. Other than that, you can talk shit. Talking shit's not hate. Cade is better than Ty. Put respect on his name. Yeah, I mean, the proof's in the pudding, man. Fucking Cade Rotullo has proven himself twice and 3 times over again at this point. I mean, I'm not sleeping on Cade anymore. Cade versus Mika Galval, though. Come on. I think Cade's going to win. But they both have that ability to get the armbar anytime. So when you put them up against each other, it might just be such a clash of styles that it's not even going to be a fun watch. You could have that too. That would suck. I really hope that's not it. If I just brought that into fruition, I'm sorry. Sorry to do that. So the 66 kilogram division is starting now. Took a little bit of time, but Diego Oliveira and Gabriel Souza bumping hands and starting. Cisneros and Reyes started 15 seconds ago. I'm going to stick on Cisneros and Reyes. Cisneros has been coming from behind. Same with Reyes. The whole 66 kilogram division have really turned this whole bracket up on its head. I mean, you have Cisneros coming in at the 9th seed and Diogo Reyes coming in at the 13th seed. And who would have guessed a 13 and a 9 going up against each other in the semifinals? I mean, in the heavyweight, you'd think it'd be 1 and 4, just like the heavyweight division. But Diego Oliveira and Gabriel Souza was seeded 15. Gabriel Souza is the same seed as Marigali, and they both made it to the semifinals. So Diego Oliveira is 6th seed. Diego Oliveira is the lowest seed in the semifinals at number 6. I mean, that's pretty impressive. The 66 kilogram division has been very, very upsetty. Not upsetting, but filled with upsets, if you know what I mean. So I'm kind of torn on who to stay on right now. I'm watching Oliveira and Souza. Souza taking top position, and Oliveira taking bottom half guard. Jumps his feet around the body of Souza. Now he's in closed guard. Souza being in his closed guard. Gets that shoulder crunch, and he's not in a submission yet. He stands up, but he is not allowed to slam. He is not in a submission yet. This is interesting. Gabriel Souza is standing up, and Pato Oliveira has a shoulder crunch Sumigashi grip, and then he just gets slipped on that grip, but he is standing up in his closed guard right now. Takes a lot of muscle to stay in this position for both guys. Oliveira drops down for a leg. Souza spins out of it. Now Souza's Toriando passing one side and the other, trying to cut angles, jump guard, very outside standing passing style you see from everybody in this ADCC. Pato Oliveira trying to wrap up leg weaves, putting his foot into the armpit of Souza. Souza being very active on the guard passing, trying to go both directions at the same time, it seems like. To his left and to his right. Misdirection, but Oliveira is very quick to react, and his guard retention is very good. Cisneros and Reyes are moving along as well. They're still wrestling. That's a wrestle-heavy match compared to the other one. That is a guard and guard passing heavy match. So they restart all the way back to their match, to their mat. And I'm going to switch back to Oliveira and Souza because the action is more entertaining. Souza standing up with Oliveira in his guard again. And my stream just cut out. What the? Okay, back on. I'm on flow zone now. Souza playing open guard. Oliveira trying to pass, being very active on the top, trying to pass back and forth. Seems like both directions at the same time. Switching between directions, running around, and Oliveira just being very quick to react, keeping his guard. Souza almost passing it and putting up his fingers in a almost. He said, I almost got you. Souza going back to try to pass the guard of Oliveira. Oliveira proving his guard very hard to pass and being very attacking with his guard. Wraps up a closed guard. Sucks in the hips of Gabriel Souza. Gabriel Souza now stuffing the armpits. And Oliveira not even caring about that. Cutting angles. Breaking posture. Off balancing. Trying to get to what looks like Kimura from closed guard grip right now. And looks like he's almost got that locked up, but abandons it last minute. Doesn't have it. The ref just gave them, oh no, points. I was wondering why he signaled. Points are now active in the Oliveira-Souza match. Oh, so Oliveira grabs the foot, stands up to try to sweep with it, and Souza spinning out of it. Oliveira sits back down to guard, and then they reset. Oliveira now looking like he is trying to isolate a leg and come up with it. Looking like he wants some sweep points here. Both of them being very active. High-paced match here. Very interesting to watch. Two high-level guys. Light, athletic. Souza rolling over for a leg lock. Getting what looks like a Mikey Musumeci lock on his foot. Little Mikey lock action going on. Trying to wrap up. Oh, he switches to the other foot. Loses the grip. Switches to the other foot. Mikey lock on the other side. And Gabriel Souza very privy to it and kicks right out of it. Goes right back to trying to pass from the top position. Oliveira staying on bottom. Feels very comfortable on bottom. In a half guard right now against Gabriel Souza. Both of them fighting out of Brazil in the semifinals. Brazilians still holding the most ADCC titles, medals, whatever you want to call them, more than any other country out there. All right, let's go back to the comments because we're at a lull. Nicky Rod versus Gordon win. Soon, man. Very soon. If I'm Kate, I pull on Mika's guard. Injured wrist a million times. Yeah. It definitely looks like he's got an injured arm, or injured hand. His hand is so taped up. Atos is going to have 3 in the finals. Mika's not Atos. If Rafael Guardes, I think that's how you pronounce her name. If she makes it in the finals, then they will have 3. And it seems like she is going to make it into the finals, so you never know. That's a good point, though, too. I think women's are going to come on before the 99 kilogram gets back on. So 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes and 20 seconds to be exactly left in the Oliveira-Souza match. Oliveira still playing bottom. Souza trying to pass. And very high pace movements, but all being negated by the other opponent. Diego Reyes having 2 points over Josh Cisneros. Looking like he scored a takedown. Josh Cisneros is on the bottom, though. And Diego Reyes is on top. So Diego Reyes could have got a takedown to where they are right now, from what it looks like. Cisneros has been putting on a run. Same with Diego Reyes. 66 kilogram division is upset after upset. It's very, very good matches. You never know who's going to win this one. Oliveira in the closed guard of Souza. Souza trying his very best to create anything, any kind of opening here, and not get his back taken somehow, because he is turning his back away, even though he's got full guard completely wrapped up. He's trying to spin around to the back of Souza. Goes for an armbar attempt, and Souza gets right out of that. So under 1 minute left in the Oliveira-Souza match. Looking like Diego Reyes is going to finish 2-0 against Josh Cisneros. And this match looking like it's going to go into overtime. Guess I picked the wrong match to watch. I like watching the match that finishes first and then watching the other match. That's how it worked out with the Craig Jones, Canyon Duarte division. So Oliveira still playing this bottom. Satisfied to probably play this all the way up until the reset of overtime. Overtime resets are both going to be standing up. It's going to be a completely different game and a different strategy. Let's see if Oliveira can handle switching to wrestling, and if Gabriel Souza is warmed up enough to take him down immediately. Gabriel Souza trying to take his rash guard off in the overtime rounds, not allowing that for him either. Him and Lucas Barbosa both trying that. So Gabriel Souza coming in on a single leg, getting Oliveira to turn, tries to get to the back of Oliveira, and Oliveira creates too much space, and they kind of reset. So Gabriel Souza picking up the leg of Oliveira very easily, but Oliveira getting out of it very easily. Seems like they're going to do that a couple times. Picking up the leg again. Oh, big guillotine attempt coming from Oliveira. Oliveira on a high-risk guillotine, more looked like a 10-finger guillotine. And Souza shakes it out, gives us a thumbs up to prove that he's okay. So they go back to collar tie positioning, wrestling, looking for angles here. Diego Oliveira proving his wrestling in the overtime round with 5 minutes to wrestle. Gets an underhook, deep underhook, cutting an angle on Souza. The ref wants to restart them in the middle with this same position. It's never the same after the reset. So now it's a little different. More of just a heavy collar tie coming from Oliveira. Gabriel Souza shucks the underhook, goes after a single leg, dumps Oliveira to the ground with the single leg, and doesn't even bother to take turtle position. Lets Oliveira stand right up from turtle position. Interesting tactic there. Looks like Gabriel Souza wants a clean takedown into a side control and won't accept anything less than that. Now he's gotten 2 single legs to where he has put Oliveira on his butt for 1 second, but Oliveira turtling too fast and not registering points. So let's see if Gabriel Souza can hit a clean enough takedown to glue Oliveira's butt to the mat, because that is how you get points. Flatten out your opponent's back to the mat, butt and shoulders touching the mat with your takedown. That is how you get an Adcc takedown. They are wrestling for position. Oliveira going down on a single leg, but Gabriel Souza sprawling, not allowing even an inch of it. Gabriel Souza going down on a single leg again, turning it into a double leg, running and getting into that turtle position that it looks like he doesn't want to be in, but he's accepting it now. He rolls with Oliveira. Oliveira sitting into guard now and won't take a point because he was just in turtle position. He will not take a negative point for sitting into guard from there. So now Oliveira's playing guard again, and Souza's trying to pass. Oliveira trying to suck up the leg of Souza, but Souza's knee is clear and not in danger. Souza kicking out of that very aggressively. Cutting angles. Going around. And Oliveira's guard retention very, very nice. Putting on a showcase of guard retention, Oliveira is. But that will not do. Will that be enough for the judges? If this goes to judge's decision, who wins? I have no idea. Honestly, I think Oliveira wins. Souza's been reacting a lot, but Souza's gotten the takedowns and forced turtle. So does that count more than the aggressor? Because it seems like Oliveira's been the aggressor when Oliveira's in guard. But I could see Gabriel Souza getting the decision because he's been playing top position and has gotten a couple takedowns, almost takedowns, and forced turtle, which might not give you points, but it gives you points in the judges' minds. Oliveira trying to sneak around to the back of Souza, it looks like. No, locking up closed guard. Going for what seems like a type of Kimura. But Souza not really letting go of this body lock. Souza having his body completely twisted. Souza has Oliveira's body completely twisted, excuse me. And Oliveira does not look like he is in a comfortable position right now. He's trying to probably get his right foot underneath the leg of Souza to elevate him into a butterfly sweep, but unable to. Souza privy to it, not allowing it. Oliveira trying to go to reset, but Souza has his arm trapped behind his back. And a very annoying grip that I have been in before. So that is time. That is it. I think Gabriel Souza is going to get the decision, but I do not know yet. Ref's decision comes up in a bit. Wow. That was an interesting match. Baby Shark is legit. Baby Shark takes the win. Is that Baby Shark? Gabriel Souza, right? Yeah, Gabriel Souza got the win. Okay. Gabriel Souza with the win. All right. So Diogo Reyes versus Gabriel Souza. 13th seed versus the 15th seed. Don't ever let someone tell you that you can't do something. That is amazing right there. Diogo Reyes, Baby Shark, going into the finals of 66 kilogram, along with Gabriel Souza, who just beat Diego Oliveira. This was a wild division. This was a very wild division. So I wonder what they're going to do next. I think they're going to do women's division next. And I know I want to see Fionn Davis versus Bia Mesquita. That is going to be an insane semifinals match. What's the most excited? What women's match are you the most excited for? Let me know in the comment right now. These kind of mats don't get sweat on them. They they're not like a rubber. They're more of like a vinyl top probably. I've seen those before. And it seems like those vinyl mats don't get too much sweat on them. But I'll tell you what, those vinyl mats will scrape you up. They'll leave you with rash burn way easier than the rubber mats. But the rubber mats get really, really, really wet and nasty. Cold puddles of sweat built up on them. So it's a pros and cons. You got to weigh the pros and cons on what kind of mats you want for your gym, I guess. That's the good thing is I don't have a gym of my own, so I don't have to worry about things like that. Leave that out of my hands and deal with whatever they got, right? But those mats are interesting, the ones that don't get any sweat on them. They feel very clean, but they also feel like sandpaper on your elbows and your knees and your toes. So there's pros and cons to it. Yeah, BB wants to see Fionn Davis hit a big throw. Just want to see Shrek lose. Yeah, we've all agreed that we can hate Gabby Garcia. Okay. And we all want to see her lose, but I think we're going to have to wait till the finals match. I think she's going to win one more before she even has a chance of losing. Rafael Guardia has a chance to beat Gabby Garcia in the finals if they both win their next fights. So who knows? I mean, PJ Barch beating JT Torres. Anything can happen. Am I right? Make a Team has 2 in the finals. Fight Sports having 2 in the finals. Yeah, Diego Reyes or Gabriel Souza. You are right. It's one of those two. Let me look up right now. Diego Oliveira's not in the finals, so never mind. Gabriel Souza's ZR team. Diogo Reyes is Fight Sports. So, yes, Diogo Reyes, sorry for the delay in knowledge, but Diogo Reyes and Mika Galvão are both on Fight Sports. Cade Rotullo, Lucas Barbosa, and Kanyan Duarte are in Atos. So there's 3 in Atos, 2 in Fight Sports, 2 in New Wave, 2 in B Team, all going to the finals. And then there's Gabriel Souza, who's on ZR Team. ZR Team is in California. It's a Brazilian team in California. That's all I got for you. That's all that's on Flow Grappling. Sorry, people. So now they're introducing Fionn Davis. Here comes Fionn Davis and Bia Mesquita. Bianca Basilio versus Brianna Stay Marie. So that'll be a good fight too. But I'm watching Fionn Davis. And they're walking out to their mat right now. Woo! All right. How do you guys like those semifinal matchups? Those are pretty involved there. The 66 does not... If you compare the 66 and the 77 kilogram division, I'm sorry, but there is no comparison. I mean... Yeah, you have big upsets in the 66 kilogram division, but the 77 kilogram division, not only are there big upsets, but great performances. 66 kilogram division, if you remember yesterday, I was mentioning how it's the only division you saw double guard pulls. I mean, don't get me wrong, double guard pull is a position in itself, and there's intricacies to it, but it's a snooze fest to watch. 66 kilogram division has been a little bit of a snooze fest. That being said, Fionn Davies and Beatriz Mesquita are taking the stage now. Fionn, I am probably going to be a little biased for. I am sorry already. So the flag I was talking about yesterday with the lion on it, I couldn't figure out. That is Wales. There's 2 competitors from Wales in ADCC. Fionn Davies and another. I forget who. I think it was Luke Griffiths. No. That was a different one. That was RSA. I thought that was a Russian guy. All right, so Fionn Davies is playing bottom against Bia Mesquita 30 seconds into the match. And right now opting to play a half guard with her knee around Bia Mesquita's head, but she's definitely happy to be in half guard position. Bia Mesquita is trying to cut angles and pass her guard, but Fionn Davies is doing a great job regaining her guard. They're going to reset back to the middle 1 minute into the match. Fionn is looking excited to be out there. Bia Mesquita is looking very aggressive with her guard passing, going back and forth Toriando style, trying to cut angles, going both directions at the same time. I'm going to keep saying that because I said that once, and it makes for a good description of them going back and forth. Look like they're trying to go both directions at the same time. So Bia's Mesquita trying to cut an angle, and Fionn just getting her legs back no matter what. The guard retention of these no-gi players are getting better and better. It is harder and harder to pass the guard of these people. Fionn Davis inverting, grabbing the arm of Mesquita, and Mesquita getting out of it and grabbing the leg of Fionn Davis. Her knee is in trouble right now, but she gets out of it. She spins a couple times, clears the knee line, but Mesquita's trying to suck that knee back into the knee line, and twist anyways. Doesn't get it. Foot pops out. Fionn Davis stays on bottom. They're going to reset to the middle. Woo, that was crazy. So right now, Fionn Davis is playing bottom. Right, reset back to the middle, and Mosquito is happy to stay on top, mostly on her butt, but also on her knees. It's not a double guard pull, but she is very heavy on her hips in a knee passing position, looking like she wants to fall back on a leg lock of her own, Mosquito. Fionn Davies trying to fight for underhooks and invert with an arm grip like she did last time. A little caught up in the rash guard, so they reset. Fionn Davies still on bottom. And Mosquito looking a little aggravated, not being able to gain any ground. 3.5 minutes into the match. Fionn Davis being very attacking in this guard position, moving forward, butt scooting. A lot of butt scooting going on. Mosquito keeps backing up, looking like she wants to make a plan before she enters. Looks like she doesn't want to just enter on a whim. And Fionn Davis butt scooting right into a leg, shin on shin type of guard, and Mosquito's pulling right out of that. So still butt scooting, and oddly enough, Bia is backing up a lot from Fionn Davis butt scooting towards her. It's like she seems very intimidated of Fionn's guard for whatever reason. Fionn getting that arm early might have dictated this fear. Fionn going into a reverse de la Hiva on a single leg, wrapping her foot, looking to invert. Bia Mosquito dropping down heavy on Fionn's hips, not allowing the inversion. Doing a lot of standing back up to reset to a neutral position, Bia Mosquito is. Almost into the points now. 5 seconds to go. Points are now active. Fionn Davis is still on her butt scooting forward with Bia Mosquito. And Fionn Davis wrestles up and puts Bia Mosquito on her butt for 1 second, and now they're both up on their feet. Fionn Davis threatening that wrestle up, and then stands up after the wrestle up. I wonder if she just wasn't sure if she'd be penalized if she sat back down. Now they're both standing up, wrestling, fighting for collar ties and inside position, underhooks, foot trips. Fionn Davis not getting her foot trip. Bia Mosquito trying to cut angles. 2-on-1 hand grip. Fionn Davis breaks it. Oh, head and arm throw from Fionn Davies. Going with that judo throw Mac wanted to see. Fionn Davis is getting to the back of Bia Mosquito. Almost has a body triangle locked in, but she's off to the side. Doesn't have chest to back connection. Gets her chest to back connection. And almost has a body lock around. She's doing a cross body ride with a body lock. So interesting position. She doesn't have a hook in per se, but she's got her foot across the whole body of Bia Mosquito. She has almost taken the back of Bia Mosquito, but she needs to align her belly button with Mosquito's back. Her belly button is just off to the side of Mosquito's spine line. She needs to bring their spines parallel. They are perpendicular right now. So Fionn Davis trying to methodically get there and not lose position. They don't even look sweaty at this point. That's just how women are. They're different. They're built differently. And that's the beauty of it. Fionn Davis almost dropping Bia Mesquita into mount, and then Bia Mesquita pushing back. Oh, and the turn, the cross body ride was there, and the body lock is in. Will she get the points for the body lock? She has a fully locked in body lock, and Bia Mesquita's back, and she gets it. She gets the 3 points with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Fionn Davies on Bia Mesquita's back. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. She is up 3 points. Sneaking in that second hook from that body lock. If the body lock wasn't enough, she's going to sneak in both her hooks anyways. She already got the 3 points. She's looking for another 3 points. I don't think she's going to get another 3 points. Right now she feels comfortable. Bia Mesquita is in turtle position, but she's got both hooks in. She's looking to turn Bia Mesquita and get her facing up. Right now they're facing down into the mat, the both of them. Fionn Davies looking like she wants to spin, so both of them are facing up. And Bia Mesquita, Fionn Davis getting 3 more points because she's switching back from a body lock to hooks so many times. And Bia Mesquita down 6 points now, with Fionn Davies looking like she's going to take mount position here in a second. If Bia Mesquita slips out, she's in 3/4 mount right now, which if you don't know what that is, she has everything mount needs, but Bia Mesquita on bottom has her foot trapped. If Fionn Davis releases that foot, she will be in full mounted position and will get more points on top. There is 45 seconds left into the match. Fionn Davies is going to take this win unless Bia Mesquita can really pull something from behind and make a miracle happen here. Fionn Davis is in such a controlling position. This is how the match is going to end. I'm just going to put that out there now. Basilio and St. Marie. Basilio gets the mount in last seconds. Oh, no. I'm sorry. St. Marie did. Okay, so St. Marie beats Basilio. Interesting how that happened. Stay Marie. Brianna Stay Marine from Brazilian top team just beat Bianca Basilio from Atos. So the girl from Atos is out. And she is stoked. Fionn Davies just beat Bia Mesquita from a dominating performance, getting her back in 2 different positions, body lock and the hooks. What a beautiful match that was. Playing the highlights now. Highlights of Bia Mesquita getting Fionn Davis in what looked like a pretty serious leg lock, but then Fionn Davis getting the head and arm throw that put it to the end. She got a really good head and arm hip toss, Fionn Davies. I know, Bia's going to be so mad, MacTube. You're right. Yeah, those 2 women's matches were pretty good. I only watched one at a time, but the other one looked pretty good too. She won on mounted points right at the end. Yeah, BB, that throw was wild. Gordon by rear naked choke in the finals. Yeah, I could see that. He's definitely not. It could be like an arm bar though too. I could see an arm bar happening if because the back's gonna get taken. But Nicky Rod might be too aware of the choke. So he might just switch right to an armbar really quick to catch him off guard. But, that's not really how you see Gordon working a lot. So that might not be it either. All right, so plus 60 kilograms women division is starting. And Gabby Garcia is coming out right now. All right, 4:30 is not going to work. I told my dad I could make it to his house by 4:30 for dinner, but that's not going to work. Hey, 4:30 is not going to work. I got to watch this finals match between Gordon and Nicky Rod. Am I right? I mean, come on. Let's push more. I'm going to end this stream at 5:30, okay? I'm going to end the stream at 5:30. I'm sorry, but I had promised myself in 2 different spots today. Promised myself on the stream. Promised myself at dinner. I got to try to make both of them happen. It's kind of one of those things, classic TV show. Try to be in 2 spots at the same time. Never works out right for either party. Bianca was destroying Brianna for 99% of the match, but she came up with a huge comeback. Oh, really? Hey, that's all it takes, man. If you can establish points at the end, that's all it takes. Thanks for being here on the live stream, guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being active. Yeah, so many different ways it could go. I agree with BB. Well, no, he said 2 different outcomes. I'll pick one of them. I think Gordon will come out and wrestle to show Nicky Rod he means business. But then it goes back to the fact that is he going to try to save energy for Andre Galvao? Because then he's probably going to sit right to guard. And then if he sits right to guard, inverts with a leg, and just doesn't allow Nicky Rod to get any kind of offense, it could be over pretty quickly. So after saying that, I'm going to go with he sits to guard. Gordon Ryan sits to guard right away. That's all it takes, man. You get Mount at the last minute. That's all it takes. Good job for Bianca or Brianna. Yeah, good job for Brianna. Bianca was winning the whole time. She got mounted right at the end. All right, so who is next? Let's see. Sorry, everybody. Sorry for the lull. Rafael Guadez versus Kendall Rusing. And then Gabby Garcia versus Amy Campo. That is what's going down. Should we watch Gabby Garcia or Rafaela? Let's watch Rafaela. They already started. Gabby Garcia hasn't started yet. So we're 9 minutes and 15 seconds left. Almost a minute into the match. Ooh. Rafael Guadez and Kendall Rusing. Kendall Rusing being a very, very dangerous competitor for the semifinals match. This is definitely going to determine who belongs with Gabby Garcia. These girls, these are big girls. Gabby Garcia is way bigger, though. That's the thing. These girls look relatively the same size. You look at Gabby Garcia versus the girl she's going with. I just switched over to it. It's ridiculous, the size difference. Gabby, gosh. I want to watch this now. This is almost ridiculous looking. Gabby Garcia is playing with a child. Amy Campo, I am sorry, but I don't think you got a shot in hell. Jiu-Jitsu's for the small guy, though, or girl. Jiu-Jitsu, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in a Jiu-Jitsu match? But she does look very hesitant to engage, and Gabby Garcia just coming forward and grabbing a collar tie no matter what. Gabby Garcia her forehead makes up 40% of her face. Moving forward, pushing Amy Campo back. Oh my gosh. Amy Campo actually pushing Gabby around for a second. Gabby maybe just stepping back and allowing it. Gabby with the whizzer goes for a Uchigari. Doesn't get it. Kendall steps out of it. Or Amy Campo steps out of it. Getting both matches mixed up. We're watching the Gabby match because I feel like it's going to be over before the other match. Gabby Garcia and Amy Campo wrapping up right now. Amy looking like she has double underhooks, but her hands are not connected. And Gabby Garcia looking like she's taking advantage of that. But they break back to neutral. They're just feinting, feeling each other out at the moment. Gabby Garcia looking way bigger than Amy Campo. Ridiculously bigger than Amy Campo. Let's see what you guys are saying. I knew someone would like that statistic I found. That's how I look teaching kids class. Yeah, no, I agree. She's not a bad person. And you're right. That's probably why I don't like her or her jiu-jitsu, is that she does rely a lot on her size rather than her technique. I think you make a good point, MacTube, saying that. Man, her forehead do make up 40% of her face. Shit. She'd probably smash me, though. That's the funny part. It's like she'd beat me. You know, I'm not saying that she's any better than me, or she is better than me. I'm not any better than her. But man, it's fun to talk shit sometimes. Okay, so Gabby Garcia pushing Amy Campo out of bounds for the 20th time now. Resetting into the middle. Adcc needs to get a little bit bigger mats, it seems like. These are some pretty big mats for them to always be finding the edge of them. Cheers to Amy Campo. Really not looking like she's scared. Really getting after it right now. I would be very scared. All right, I got to stop. I'm taking too much sides as a commentary, right? So they're just still wrestling at the moment, being very mean to each other. Looks like Rafael Guardes and Kendall Rusing is also a very wrestle-heavy match, but I am not watching that. We're watching Gabby Garcia and Amy Campo. 5 minutes and 38 seconds to go as they reset for the 22nd time. Gabby Garcia pushing Amy Campo around with a very heavy collar tie and heavy snap downs. Amy Campo trying her best for heavy collar ties and heavy snap downs, but not making too much. Okay, they're going to reset again to the middle. 23rd time. And back to the middle. Reset, slap bump, go back at it. And they're doing the same thing. 5 minutes and 5 seconds left. 5 seconds till points are active. Hopefully the pace will pick up a lot more once points are active. Now points are active. What is the tactic for the next 5 minutes? Amy Campo really thinking about trying to get a takedown probably, but worried on getting smashed from a failed takedown attempt. I would be too, Amy. I would be too. Oh, Gabby Garcia really just plowing forward head first, trying to wrap the legs up at Amy Campo, but Amy Campo too quick and finding the edge of the mat faster than Gabby Garcia could find the takedown. Restart back into the center of the mat. 25th time. Amy Campo jumping up looking like she was going for a flying guillotine for a second. That might be a good option for her. Because her... I'm not going to say that. So they collar tie up, and Amy Campo putting everything she has to break the grips of Gabby Garcia. Gabby Garcia pushing Amy Campo towards the edge again, and now they will reset for the 26th time. Yeah, the Craig and Gabby Jones. Oh, Gabby Jones. Craig Jones and Gabby Garcia. Jeez, I messed that one up. Those were very funny clips. And the fact that Gabby Garcia was a good sport throughout all that. Usually Brazilians don't have a sense of humor. You can ask Chael Sonnen. But Gabby Garcia seems to have one. Yeah, like 5:15. We're gonna leave at 5:15. We'll be a little late.
I thought you wanted to get there at 5.
Yeah, I told him 5:30. I'm gonna end this at 5:15. It's just the final match is coming on. I got to see the finals of the heavyweight division at least. I got to be here for it.
You talking to me?
Kinda. Yeah, so Gabby Garcia and Amy Campo are pushing each other around right now. See, we're talking about leaving, and I do not want to leave. This is a wild ADCC day, you know? But I've promised myself to too many spots. So kind of sad about that. Really wish I could do full streams of the fights. And future who's number one. Flying guillotine attempt from Amy Campo. Told you that was a good idea. Keep going for that. Heavy collar tie from Amy Campo. Looking like she slapped the face of Gabby Garcia. Oh, someone's getting carried off a stage. And they ran right into him. Oh, I wonder if that was the last match. Rafael Guarez. Try to do some investigation here. Nope. Too late. Only match on right now is Gabby Garcia and Amy Campo. I was watching this match because I thought it would end early, but someone said it in the comments, and they're right. Gabby Garcia is definitely conserving energy, and this is very boring. Amy Campo almost getting the single leg on Gabby Garcia. Gabby Garcia looking a little frustrated. Coming off of that, but still, Amy Campo with the closest opportunity yet. Arm drag for Amy Campo, and Gabby Garcia is looking very sluggish. Gabby Garcia looking very sluggish. Not trying to use too much energy, it seems like. Amy Campo trying to establish some kind of points. If Gabby Garcia wants to conserve any kind of energy, she will do something now because overtime is on the way. 1 minute and 10 seconds left into this match. And if Gabby Garcia was trying to conserve any energy, you would think she does something right now. Gabby Garcia looking a little tired. Taking some deep breaths. Going, not really picking up the pace for under 1 minute. Amy Campo getting a good snap down against Gabby Garcia. Gabby Garcia looking tired, actually, right now. Could we see an upset in overtime if Gabby Garcia is too tired? We will stay updated here. There's 30 seconds left to go in regular time. Gabby does not look like the urgency is there for her to get a takedown within the next 20 seconds. Oh, so they get thrown. Gabby Garcia gets taken down out of bounds. Oh my gosh. No way. Right into a submission. Right into mount. Right into armbar. Whoa, they're not even on the mat. And they're just letting them keep going. What is going on? How did she not get at least a takedown point? She got points from that. So the time just ended. Amy Campo took Gabby Garcia down out of bounds, threw her onto the ramp that comes down from the stage, and they kept going off the stage exit, off of the mat. And Amy Campo gets 3 points for the takedown and guard pass. No, they took the 3 points away. So, hold on. The ref's going to go talk to the other judges. They gave Amy Campo 3 points, and then they took it away. Now they gave Amy 4 points, and then they took it away. Gabby Garcia's hands are going into the air. Everyone looks confused. Amy Campo gets 2 points, I guess. Oh, my gosh. Now 7. Okay, so I guess she gets 7 points now. All right, let's just say the points are going all over the board because now she's got 5. Nobody knows how many points Amy Campo is going to get registered. Not yet. But Amy Campo definitely got points right at the end of that. Amy Campo just took out Gabby Garcia. Nobody roots for Goliath. Goliath just got taken down by David. Wow. Wow. Gabby Garcia gassed on the second match. And she lost. Wow. Amy Campo with a ridiculous upset. An amazing upset by Amy Campo. Wow. That was wild. The crowd is going crazy for Amy Campo right now. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Bye-bye, Gabby. That was wild. See, that's why we're here. We're witnessing Jiu Jitsu history right now. ADCC, baby. In Las Vegas, 2022. Wow. What an upset. All right, so we are just waiting for the next match to come. Wonder how they're going to do it. I'll let you know right when I know. There's going to be guaranteed a new champion in the plus 60 kilogram division for women's. Guaranteeing a new champion because the champion just got like JT Torres and PJ Barch. That's what just happened here. Amy Campo almost got an armbar on Gabby. She would have got an armbar on Gabby if there was any time left. She was right there on the armbar. I'm watching it right now. She was literally right up against the wall with no time left. Wow. What a great match that was. Gabby Garcia not looking too healthy. Not healthy, but she's just, I don't know why she's so tired for a 10-minute match. Did she not do cardio? You know, she had one match yesterday, one match today. That's 2 10-minute matches. Maybe she had a 15-minute match yesterday. I can't remember. But she's trying to conserve her energy. She didn't have any energy in the first place. From what it seemed like, she was beat tired afterwards. Oh, shit. What'd I just do? Whoa, I just fucking closed. Sorry about that. I just disconnected for a second, I think. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm back, right? I hope that didn't mess up the connection. I accidentally swiped the wrong way, I guess. Yeah, so they're going to do third place matches and then finals matches. Third place matches and then finals matches. So that's 5 matches. Yeah. 5 matches until the finals match. Dang. I wonder if they're going to do those one at a time. You would hope, right? Well, Flow Grappling is running commercials right now. So I can talk about these next matches coming up. How about that? So we got Giancarlo Bodoni versus Lucas Barbosa in -88. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Cade Rotullo versus Micah Galvao at -77. I'm excited for Kanye Duarte versus Craig Jones at -88. And then obviously we're all excited for Gordon Ryan versus Nicky Rod at +99. Kanye Duarte at Craig Jones, I said it was at 88, -99. It was a wild lead up to the finals. And we all thought it'd be Gordon versus Felipe Pena. But Nicky Rod secured the takedown and side control. What's up, Sly? Nicky Rod controlled him in side control for long enough to establish points, gaining the point advantage over Felipe Pena and securing his spot against Gordon Ryan. And there's going to be some wild... I'm good. It's going to be some good finals matches, everybody. Oh my gosh, I did it again. I keep swiping the wrong way, pressing back. And it doesn't end the stream, though. Okay. Doesn't end the stream. We're good. All right, guys. We're just running commercials right now on Flow Grappling. We're hanging out until they come back. Of course, they're trying to get all their money's worth with all these high-level competitors on the stage at once. I'm sure their views are going wild right now, so they are funneling us with ads. Yes, Lie. I'm hosting. I'm not going to be hosting for much longer. I promised to go to dinner, so I'm going to go run up, have dinner with my dad, and then I'm going to come back here. It's going to be about an hour, so I might miss the final matches, honestly. Here, I'm going to watch them, and then I'm going to start another live stream when I come back for the Absolute tournament. So if you guys want to come back on, look up for the Absolute. When the Absolute tournament's going on, I will be on again. So I'm gonna leave this, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna bring ADCC commentary, and I'm gonna tell you everything that's going on without you having to watch it or with you watching it, and the stream on mute and having me right in your ears. So this is what we got. You know, if anybody of you just joined, we got Diego Reyes versus Gabriel Souza, a 13th seed and 15th seed in the 66 kilogram division. They're going to fight in the final for first and second place. The 66 kilogram division consolation fighting for third is going to be Josh Cisneros versus Diego Peto Oliveira. And then you're moving up to the 77 kilogram division. Cade Rotullo and Micah Galvao are going to fight for the finals, first and second match. And PJ Barch versus Deontay Leon for the consolation third place, which that's going to be a really good match. Now that I think about it, that's going to be a really good match. Giancarlo Bononi versus Lucas Barbosa in the finals match, first and second place for minus 88 kilograms. Then you have O'Flanagan versus Wagner Rocha for your consolation, 88 kilograms, third place winner. Moving up to minus 99, you have Kanye Duarte versus Craig Jones in your finals match, going for first and second. And in the consolation, you're going to have Rafael Lovato Jr. versus Nicholas Marigali for third place. Moving up to the heavyweight division, plus 99 kilograms, over 218 pounds, you got Gordon Ryan versus Nicky Rod. And that is a match that we all want to see. Nicky Rod saying they had to cut the poison out, and they moved to B team. Colin, we all know he called Gordon the poison. So what has Nicky Rod done now that Gordon's gone? Has he gotten that much better? Can he take the King down? Is he tactically good enough to bring the King down, to take him off of his pedestal? We'll see. So Nicky Rod and Gordon will be fighting for first and second place. And then Felipe Pena, losing to Nicky Rod, will be fighting Roosevelt Souza in the consolation match for third place. Now, the heavyweight division is the only division you have 1, 3, and 4 in the semifinal division. In the 66 kilogram division, the semifinals, you had 9, 6, 13, and 15 seeds. The 66, what I'm trying to say is the 66 kilogram division had the biggest upsets. The heavyweight division was the most predictable. But if Nicky wins against Gordon, that would be one of the biggest upsets of jiu-jitsu in all of history. That is going to be insane. Hopefully that's the only big one that I miss. The finals matches are 20-minute matches with a possibility of a 10-minute overtime. So they are essentially twice as long as a regular match. MacTube, if that answers your question. The consolation match is not, if I remember correctly, the consolation match is still the same. It's going to be a 10-minute match with an overtime of 5 minutes. But the finals matches are 20-minute matches, and the points start at 10 minutes. So it's the same setup. Halfway through the countdown, points are activated, and then the overtime round has a limit of 5 or half. It's half the time. So it's going to be 10 minutes. If that answers your question. We've seen finals go over 30 minutes before. We've seen a full 30-minute final, and we've seen a full 30-minute final with stops between. I've watched 35-minute Adcc final matches. People said Felipe was going to forfeit against Nicky Rod. It didn't happen. Calm down, MacTube. BB, who said who's eligible for Absolute? They're not going to come out with the Absolute bracket until after the finals match. I was a little double worded there, but the finals match is going to determine who's in or who's out for the Absolute. Because I'm pretty sure the winner of every division gets an automatic invite to the Absolute, and you're allowed to either turn down or accept that invite. And then based off of who accepts or denies the Absolute, because not everybody does the Absolute that gets invited to the Absolute, that's when they start inviting other grapplers. Like they'll probably invite Lachlan Giles again because of how well he did in the last Absolute. And based off of purely the decision of will this be an entertaining fight. The Absolute tournament is bracketed to what fights are going to be the most entertaining. I've heard that somewhere before. They might do it somewhere different, but my belief is that that's how they do it. So hopefully that clears up who's eligible for the Absolute question. I'll switch over back to the feed right now, and they are third place matches now. Coming out with third place matches. Looks like Felipe Pena and Roosevelt Souza are going to. Oh, no. Marigali and Rafael Lovato Jr. are taking the stage. Okay. So they're doing the minus 99 kilogram first. They might be doing the heavyweight and the minus 99 kilogram at the same time. And I just didn't see Roosevelt and Felipe take stage. No, they're going to do one at a time. Flow Zone has now gone down to one stream. We are going to do one match at a time now. Not sure why they're not doing Felipe Pena and Roosevelt Souza first. They're going right down to Marigali and Rafael Lovato Jr. And they're being called to the stage right now for the first third place match. Taking center stage now, Nicholas Marigali, followed behind Rafael Lovato Jr. All right, they shake hands. Ref pulls them close, explains what ADCC ref usually do. They give a little breakdown. They always say the same thing before fights. At least it looks like the same thing in my eyes. It looks like it's raining in there or something. There's so much fog. They've used so much fog. So they're not starting yet. The ref just walked away. And they're both just standing around. The most anxious time of your match is right before it starts. You're in center stage, shirtless, shoeless, feeling vulnerable. All right, ref starts it. Now they're going. So they look like they're both going to take wrestling stances. Rafael Lovato going in for the first collar tie. Marigali looks like he wants to hand fight for good position first. Marigali versus Rafael Lovato Jr. So they're just wrestling right now. Still just wrestling. Rafael Lovato Jr. might have the advantage. Didn't these two already go against each other on WNO recently? Now that I think of it, they just fought on WNO, didn't they? I changed things up last time when you wonder how he changes things up the last time he faced Marigali. Yeah, they just faced, didn't they, BB? Oh, no way. Felipe forfeited the bronze medal for the Absolute. Interesting. So Felipe is going to go to the Absolute, try to win so he can go into the super fight and not have to compete in a division again next year. But if Andre Galvao loses a super fight, well, I guess, yeah, if he lost a super fight, he'd have to go back to the Absolute bracket to get another shot. He would just retire if he lost. We all know that. So they got pushed off to the edge of the mat. They go to reset in the middle. There's 8 minutes left of the match. There's 2 minutes gone by already. Thanks, everybody, for being here on the stream. Thanks for the confirmation, BB. I had a feeling that these two just fought on WNO after saying their names back to back. I wrote it probably 3 or 4 different times now and didn't even think of it. But right now, saying it out loud, I was like, yep, that definitely happened. Nicholas Marigali is going to try to change up tactics against Rafael Lovato Jr. I'm just going to call him Lovato. Lovato Jr. All right. third place match, and Nicholas Marigali sits to guard against Lovato. Lovato not sure how to pass the guard of Marigali yet. Marigali playing a foot in position. He looks like he wants to get underneath on a single leg, playing a butterfly hook half guard right now, trying to get in, probably to invert and get to the legs of Lovato. Six minutes, 30 seconds left in the match. A lot of fast movement going on, but not much changing of position. I wonder if the ref is thinking about calling a warning. Not much. Yep, ref just asked to pick up the pace a little bit. Marigali stifled in half guard, going from foot in to foot out. Not sure where he wants to go, it seems like. Resets back into the middle voluntarily, the both of them. Nicholas Marigali opting to stick back into half guard. A little bit of a pause in the action for a second. Right back to it. Rafael Lovato Jr. trying to pass the guard of Nicholas Marigali, but not trying to put his weight too much into too... He's not trying to overcompensate his weight in a bad position, in a bad way at all. He's trying to be very... I can't think of the word. So, Rafael Lovato Jr. is trying to cut a bunch of angles right now. Marigali is doing really good recovering the guard. 5 minutes into this match. Points are about to start. Marigali's in guard. Can Marigali wrestle up and get a takedown, or can he sweep for points? Can he get a submission? Who knows what Marigali's got in his tank? We all expected Marigali to put on a show for us, but really, Marigali is just playing the best game he can. Marigali sucks up a leg, gets into a good leg-locking position, very strong leg-locking position, was turning at the heel for a second. Looked like he was putting a lot of pressure into the bite, but Rafael Lovato spins right out of it. Rafael Lovato on top, trying to pass Marigali's guard again. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left in the match. Points are active. Lovato passes a guard. He will get points. Marigali can sweep or come up on top. He will get his own points. Marigali looks like he does not want to come up on top unless he is getting a sweep. He wants to get underneath the hips of Lovato Jr., but Lovato is not allowing it, being very heavy on the hips, sitting back to his feet. His butt is touching his feet. He's sitting back so much. And engaging, but not over extending. That's the word. He's not overextending himself, but he's engaging enough. Nicholas Marigali is going from the half guard, trying to sweep underneath the far leg into a deep half guard, gets into a K-guard style of leg locks, but Lovato's privy to it and jumps right out of it. Reset back to Marigali on his back and Lovato trying to pass. See what the chat's saying. Who do you have winning the absolute? This is probably Lovato's last match. Yeah, Lovato, saw the video out there of him putting his hands up and really embracing the ADCC crowd. Like, you could just see he was just happy to be there. Like, it was going to be his last time. I could agree with that. Totally seems like that. All right, so Marigali still playing bottom. And Lovato still playing top in half guard style. Foot out now. Maybe like Marigali's going to try to kick with an underhook to get to the back. So Lovato is going to get a penalty for not engaging enough. Lovato with 1 penalty against him. Marigali is officially winning this match because Lovato is not engaging Marigali's guard enough. Definitely not engaging his guard enough. It's kind of similar to Buchecha's style of passing Gordon Ryan once points were engaged. It looks like he's doing a lot, but he's just not moving forward. 1 minute, 45 seconds left of the match. Lovato is down 1 point. 0-0, but he has a penalty against him. Marigali's got an interesting looking sweep attempt into a leg trap position, but falls right back into his half guard. But now he's got the butterfly hook in again, maybe wanting to elevate. Marigali being very, very active from the bottom here. Lovato still doing what he got penalized for, not really engaging chest-to-chest pressure. He's got his legs wrapped up in Marigali's legs, but he is not once engaged chest-to-chest contact to get any pressure. Now he gets another penalty, Lovato. That's 2 penalties against Lovato. Marigali with no points, but -2 for Lovato. 30 seconds left in this match. Is this how it's going to end? Marigali with a double foot sweep, but they both stand up to their feet. Marigali takes the single leg, and it looks like he's going to take the single leg home with him. Tries to drop Lovato onto his hip. Lovato very privy to it. Does not allow any kind of movement or off-balancing by Marigali. Marigali's happy to kind of just stay here and ride this position till they're done. Marigali lets go, and the time ends. Lovato loses by 2 penalties. Nicholas Marigali wins 3rd place. Lovato is a legend. And he's old dude. Old dude to still be out there competing with the highest talent, So Lovato might be saying goodbye. He is giving his emotions out to the crowd right now. Looks like he's starting to cry a little bit. It might just be sweat dripping off his face. Bowing to the mat. Walking off last. Rafael Lovato making a big deal about his walk-off. And I think Maktub is right. This is probably Lovato's last match. Kind of a lackluster ending. Yeah, that's how Gordon Ryan and Buchecha was last year in the finals match, not a 3rd place match. He won by advantage. And I was like, oh, you only won by advantage, But hey, it's not advantage. It's a minus point. Buchecha got a penalty, just like Lovato got these penalties for not engaging a guard that he didn't want to engage because he knew once he engaged the guard, then he'd be put into position to where he gets points scored against him. So it only makes sense. I really agree with the ADCC rule set and how you get penalties against you, literal points taken away from you if you're stalling, if you're not pushing the pace to the next position. Salo and Jean-Di Ribeiro, yeah, he was hugging them. All right. Well, guys, I will be back on for the Absolute tournament. You guys enjoy the matches for now, and I'll start another live stream for the Absolute Tournament and the finals match, the super fight. For the Absolute Tournament and the super fight, I will be here. So tune back in, and from now, enjoy yourself. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. If you want more of it, subscribe. Please subscribe. See ya.